at least, yes, here we go. We are live. Yay. Okay. And it looks good. So, yeah, we're I mean, I actually feel kind of tired for once, which is good because I need to get to bed early because we're leaving early. But yeah, but we're here, and I'll probably resume taking the prednisone I was prescribed when we get up because then I will be jacked up the entire way.
Yes. And everyone remember, boo good.
Yeah, well,
Love boo.
yeah, well, I was last night before.
I did read that he said he was taking over, keeping his head down.
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw that coming.
Keep your head down. Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing to do. But yeah, I happened to be up, and I was jacked up last night, when we saw the lunar eclipse, and I was out like sweeping the carport because I was sick of leaves getting tracked down, and rearranging stuff. So, it's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm rearranging the fridge. Yeah, but yes, we're actually sort of on time this time, so yay, yeah.
This will be a shortened and abridged version.
Yeah, or well, we're just, we're not going to spend as much time talking this time, but we'll hopefully get to do more next Friday. Oh, and apparently in a week, a little less than a week, next Thursday, they're doing something where they're opening the Avenue of Sphinxes in Luxor.
Cool.
And yes, and it is on American Thanksgiving Day, or something
but
like that.
I wonder what time.
I have to find out because of the time difference there versus here.
Yeah, I want to know what time here so we can put it on YouTube and watch it.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. And it would actually be kind of fun to have that playing, like if they were doing that, like well, probably wouldn't be the same time that we're having Thanksgiving dinner.
You mean with our Jewish friends over? Yeah.
Well, it's probably going to be going at the same time as like the Macy's Day Parade, Macy's Thanksgiving Day.
They can have their super spreader events. Not a mummy has COVID, not one. Why? Because they wear their masks. And they social distance.
That's one way to look at it. Okay. And on that note, try not to jostle the camera too much here. But and I actually have a link for the Discord, and I will be posting that in just a little bit, so that if anybody has been wanting to join the Discord, and we couldn't find the links or anything, I've got something. So I have been trying to take care of things. Okay, guess that's what we're doing for now. Okay. I thought for a minute you were shivering in your seat there. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me as Tefnut purifies me. Yeah, it is a bit cold, so. Hail unto you and unto you. We come at you without false and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, our purity is in our hearts, so we cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure.
I gotta go pee.
Did that actually make it? Oh, goodness.
That's some cold water.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I warned you. It was a little cold.
Extra purifying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So dear will be joining us shortly. Or rejoining us shortly.
Apparently, Darren had plenty that he had to get rid of.
Yeah. Well. Which kind of makes me wonder, because the ancient priests would go and they would purify themselves in the sacred lake in the morning, in the pre-dawn hours. Think about it. That's water, outdoors, and in the desert, it's going to get pretty cold at night. So that water was probably very invigorating. Let's put it that way. So puts things into perspective. Okay. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, everyone who is tuning in, even if they are in the next room, to everyone who will be joining us later. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we will welcome the presence of Sekhmet in our grouping Venus, and we will light her candle as well. Hail unto you, Sekhmet the Great, the Eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Excuse me. You rise in the Aketis Kepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Djehuty. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Djehuty. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such are the words you commanded. For such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Djehuty, O Wadjyt, O Khonsu, O Sekhmet, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, the cool waters which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Wadjyt, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Wadjyt, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. Give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Wadjyt, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. The ash is rather hot. There we go. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Wadjyt. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. And P.S. There's cheesecake in the fridge. Actually, I did not have the opportunity to take the cheesecake slices I got today and put them on there, but mentally I've put that and several other things on the plate as well. So they're getting more than just M&Ms. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, Wadjyt. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Wadjyt within his house. Pure, pure is Djehuty within his house. It's Wadjyt within her house. Khonsu within his house. Sekhmet within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Djehuty proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure for Ra Wadjyt, for Djehuty, Wadjyt, Khonsu, and Sekhmet, in every place that their immortal gods dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Wadjyt. Come to your bodies, Djehuty, Wadjyt, Khonsu, Sekhmet. Come to your bodies, O Wadjyt. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Djehuty, before Wadjyt, before Khonsu, before Sekhmet. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Wadjyt and your son, the Oso Nisu Nebkepurura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And we light this candle as the eye of Horus for our blessed dead, that it may light their way in Djehuty. And may they receive these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Orkeru ta henket kakao aptus and nachimberhat. Kutnibet nofre wabet anket nachurim and cow and akupunibu. Macherunibu hiranachra. A voice offering. Bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl. Incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives. For the cause of all of these Aku. All true of voice before the great God. And we come unto you, O Ra, as Djehuty comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased, and your Ka shall live. Truly, your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. This fat is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Djehuty, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. So who all saw the eclipse last night? What's kind of neat was I actually got to see the moon coming up, and Venus, or I think of it as Inanna, in the western horizon, early in the evening, and then of course, later we got to see the eclipse, which was pretty neat. So we'll make sure to honor our lunar deities, since they've been very busy. Konsu. Konsu Pacher, our Tepi Anaman, Hinnefer Berner Merit, Nissen Heradu Nibu. Konsu the Great, the child, very great, firstborn of Amun, goodly youth, sweet of love, king of all children. Babe born alive who repeats birth like the sun disk, who repeats the renewal of Ra and Thebes. Babe in the morning, old man in the evening, youth who renews at his proper times, who arrives as an infant after his old age, whom Mut gave birth to in Thebes as the eldest child, the living one in his manifestation of Khepri, Ra after he repeated births, a tomb in the evening within the entrance of Manu, Iris of the Wadjyt, Horus as a young child, babe of Amun-Ra, lord of food, plentiful of sustenance, lord of offerings, who gives to those he loves. May you be gracious with those who are your followers. And hail unto you, Djehuty, thrice great God, the son of Ra, lord of Khemnu, wise one in Unu. You report to Ra every morning. Messenger of humankind, you know people by their speech and judge them by their deeds. Those true of voice before Osiris, their names are in your list. The Enid gives you praise as you guide the bark of millions, as you cast out the evil one, as you change strife into peace. You know all secrets, all books, all deeds, the fleeting moment, the hour of night. No report to Ra is forgotten. Your words endure for eternity. Friend of the people, wise and impartial, great one, Lord of Ma'at. And we know that this week was a feast for Wadjyt, because of a surviving calendar that was inscribed in the reign of Thutmose III. That would have been Hatshepsut's stepson and successor. And there were 4 feasts throughout the year, And because we have that record, basically, we have, we happen to know a little bit about her calendar that would have been observed in her temple, which would have been in the south, not the south, excuse me, the delta of Egypt. The towns of Pe and Dep, also it was called Budo by the Greeks. That was the hometown of Wadjyt. Hail, O Wadjyt, great goddess, eye of Ra, the great young feline, daughter of Ra. Hail, O Wadjyt, in her act of striking, Uraeus of Ra, mistress of the sky, mistress of Pe, mistress of Dep. Hail unto you, O Wadjyt, mistress of the two lands. Okay. And again, because we can't, take a really long time, I'm going to go ahead and check and see if anyone's got any prayer requests. I did get a prayer request from the Facebook group because Jason Lowe, one of our folks there, has been having a very tough day, and apparently to top it all off, their fiance called off their engagement.
Oh my gosh.
So we're sorry to hear about that. And it just seems like right now there's a lot going on with, I guess what I would hope for is that if there are things that need to end or need to transition, let it be for the better. And it may be painful, but may it lead to something better. That's what I ask for on their behalf. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Maritime zone. Okay. Oh, nice. And Sarcastic is saying, hey, I remember last week when I asked for a prayer to Djehuty? So I got the sign I asked for. Awesome.
No way.
Yes. Okay, well, and Sarcastic says, y'all better offer me cheesecake when I fly west, just saying. And I need to tell, just please make us wait, okay? Let us not have to offer that for a long time.
Yes, and I'm not being sarcastic about that.
All right. Okay. Oh, and there was there's a server that also did a ritual for the eclipse that was last night.
Cool.
So, all right. Well, if you guys have got any requests like for a divination or anything like that, just go ahead and shoot those, and we'll try and get those done.
Make them quick, folks.
Yeah. And I'm going to check over on the thing. And okay. And another prayer request we had is Jory has a boyfriend. As of a couple of weeks ago, and just wants blessings and
okay, good
best
for
wishes.
you.
Yeah.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which means don't get arrested.
I don't get arrested. Okay. All right, and Daniel's not able to attend. He's not feeling too well, so prayers for health.
We love Daniel.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Rose says, Djehuty is probably laughing at me. I was freaking out all day about bio class because of how hard it is, but everything turned out fine. So thank you. That's awesome.
So I take it your, bio signs and vital signs were okay.
Well, no, bio, like biology class. I was freaking out about it, and it turned out to be easy, and that's good. Wow. And Sarcastic saw 3 hawks in a row on the way back from their grandmother's house. And she gave them a jewelry box that has like a falcon looking earring in it. So yeah, you got
it's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
And prayers for Alejandro to feel peace about the job issues.
You'll get there, man. They'll call your name.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, and Rose is working on a Kemetic pocket prayer book. If anyone has any prayers they wrote, mantras or hymns, please send them to me on Discord. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do, and prayers for health for. Here's what I'm going to do. This is an invite to the Discord, and it should be good for the week. Apparently, it's like they're good for 7 days. So, I'll go ahead and put this in here so you can get on the. There's the link for the Discord and my name if you wanted to hit me up. I am Mr. Tommy, number sign 7532. So it's going to be a couple of days before I'm able to reply to anything because I'm going to be out of pocket all day tomorrow. But okay, so divinations, Alejandro, Marie Rimmer. By the way, I read the book. The book that you sent me is going to be in the video, the next video I do for book reviews. So, yeah, and Alejandro's a prayer for everything goes fine and a job I want to get.
They'll call your name, dude.
So,
They may not want to kiss, they may not want to touch, but they'll call your name.
I'm sure. I was going to say, right when I think, okay, we're not going to do a Lady Gaga joke.
I've been doing Lady Gaga jokes all night. They'll call your name.
Yeah. Okay. Alejandro Marie. And, okay. Cool. Alrighty. Let's do our fortunes. Starting with Alejandro. Well, that was interesting. Okay. And we have prayers that you have success with the job that you're going for. And your fortunes say, first one, people rely on your dependability. And that's certainly a good asset, for going for a good job. And hopefully some folks are, thinking about that, saying that's why we want Alejandro. Okay, and your next one. The one who gets the credits gets the blame.
You're going to get the job. That's just advice for the job.
Yeah, there you go. You're going to get it, and that's advice for it.
Yeah.
Okay, and Marie, ask for a divination. Okay. And Marie, the greatest quality is seeking to serve others. Marie, I think you mentioned something. There's like some poetry or something that you were working on. My mind flashed to that when I saw that fortune. So I think you have gifts. You have things that you can offer the world, and you can ask Darren. I've had to tell him. Sometimes the biggest hurdle we have to get over is telling ourselves, what, my thoughts are worth hearing. What I have to say is worth writing down. So, it's something that you can give to others, and that the sense I get is that's what that means. But said the greatest quality is seeking to serve others. So, and I'm also going to extend prayers because there were folks who are asking for, health for their families and loved ones, and success with job prospects. And I also ask for safe travels for us tomorrow, so that we can go where we need to go and come back to you guys.
That's right.
Because
we love you guys too.
and coming back to this sacred space is always good. So, and I noticed that. Hold on a sec. Let's see if that helps us out. So I noticed our candle kind of spent itself, but there we go. With Sekhmet, we ask you to bring peace and healing to all of those that are worried and stressed and that are trying to take care of themselves and trying to get through this year.
Give peace to those of us who are mourning.
Yes. So to read the full prayer on the back of here. Hail Sekhmet the Great, the Eye of Ra, who hides him within her iris. Hail Sekhmet, sovereign, mistress of light, who moves in brightness. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of darkness, at whose setting the dusk comes. In peace, Sekhmet, mistress of fear, whose seal brings death. Hail unto you, Sekhmet, daughter of Ra, who loves Ma'at, who detests Zfet, most holy of the gods, and seeks life in you. And a thought that I had, I'm actually reading a book right now. I just read it and I'm going to reread it, again because I really enjoy it, about the book of Wadjyt, which is one of the underworld texts that was originally found in the tombs of pharaohs, and it describes Ra's journey through the underworld for the 12 hours of the night. And Sekhmet figures in there, and there's a point in one of the hours where she takes on an 8-fold form. You see 8 of her. And that, has a significance. And you also see other deities, like Horus is credited with all the people who drown and who, don't get a proper burial because something happens to them, especially drowning. He is said to oversee them, and, it's like he performs the funeral rites for them and welcomes them into the the realm of Osiris. And, I kind of think that, well, for folks who are cremated now, because that's a, debate that we've had, because ancient peoples didn't do that. That's pretty, at least here in the West, it's pretty modern. But it would seem to me that Sekhmet would be appropriate, especially because she has dominion over fire. For those that don't get a traditional, burial, embalming, all that stuff, Sekhmet might do the same thing for them, like Horus does for those who drown. Just
that's interesting.
This and this, consider that my personal gnosis. If that doesn't make any sense to you, then that's fine. But that was just the thought that I had. So, but that's just because Sekhmet is awesome. So. Okay, well, if there are any more requests that we have. Okay. Oh, and they're going to do another Book of the Dead study session on the server. That sounds pretty cool. I would love to be able to, but okay. But Rose asked for one, and Sarana. Let's see. I'm going to make it a regular thing. I assume, just tell us what time, okay, you said, I assume 8 p.m., just what time zone, and I'll, obviously share that for everybody who's listening, and if we get a chance to, actually join in, I, would love to do that. It's just, like I said, tomorrow we're probably going to be getting back home and rest, because it's going to be about a 4-hour drive one way. So, okay, 8 Eastern. Sarcastic, I haven't done that yet. I'm about to, because I saw where you asked for one, and Rose, I think. Yes. Okay, so sarcastic and then Rose. Yes, and if you scroll back in the comments, I put a link. It's good for 7 days to get into the Discord. Okay. And so, sarcastic. There. Oh, that's kind of neat. It just jumped right in there. Okay, sarcastic, it says, learn from how people in the arts react to criticism. I think that's an interesting message. So it may be that you feel like, there's some people who are criticizing you, or you're having to deal with something. Take some cues. Maybe if there are some favorite artists that you have.
But if they're all wrestlers, don't throw chairs.
Well, I don't know if it helps me as an artist. What I found is, constructive criticism is good up to a point. You do reach a point where it's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. So, I can kind of put criticism into context. But that's just me. I hope, there's, if there's some artist of some kind, and remember, art is a lot of things that you look up to, take some cues from that. Hopefully that gives you some help. But Rose, you had asked for one too, so. There we go. And Rose, yours says, you are talented in many ways. And I must say, oftentimes there are things that we do that we don't realize they're talents, but they are. So that's one way to look at it. You are talented in many ways. So don't discount yourself. Sometimes the things that we're really good at are the things that we just do the easiest and don't even think about it. And especially if you try to describe doing it to somebody else and they don't realize, that they don't know how you do it, or it seems hard. That's when you figure out, oh yeah, well, I guess, it comes easy to me, but that's just because I'm good at it. So you are talented in many ways. Okay. Yeah, and that's the difficulty. 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that would be 7 Central. Marie was saying that's going to be like 2 o'clock in the morning, in the UK.
Yes. To all of our folks around the world that stay up incredibly late or get up incredibly early for us, you have my profound thanks and respect.
Yes, we love you for doing that. And you know what? If there's something, if we can figure out when's a good time for y'all too, and I just marked where I'm from by saying y'all, then, maybe we can do that.
And that's you all for those of you on the East Coast. You guys for those of you on the other East Coast.
Yeah.
And peoples for those on the West Coast.
Well, you know what? If because I know Sarcastic's saying, maybe we should have a poll or something to see what times work best. If that's been working for y'all, then go ahead and do that. And if there needs to be something else, like again for those of us that are keep weird hours, um, you know, let it just come about organically. I think for right now, we.
I mean, to be fair, scheduling international events is kind of challenging.
Yeah.
I mean, the Japanese just figured out that some of the folks on one of the video games I play are from America, and they want to compete too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Boy, that gets really funny, because it's crazy when we were up late because Darren was having a terrible allergy attack, and then that was a Friday night, and so Saturday morning early, a friend of ours calls us. I'm the one that answers the phone, and he's like, "Hey, they've got clan matches going on. Are you guys going?" And Darren starts talking in his sleep. Like he's actually on the chat for the
I'm
game.
playing games in my sleep.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, there's no way we can do this. I mean, it was like 7:00 on Saturday morning, which is
it's actually 6.
Okay, yeah, but normally we're like dead to the world. That's
yeah.
Yeah. But okay, and yes, Kai Sobek, prayer request for long life for my grandmother and aunt, and may I have a divination. Okay. And I'm gonna try and make that, again,
That's a standing prayer request. We got it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna, unless somebody else is like, hey, you missed me, then we'll make that our last one for the night so we can wrap up. But
because we have a lot to do before
you're not
lunch.
skilled when you don't make mistakes, but when you learn how to make your mistakes look pretty. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. So when you make it look like I meant to do that.
That's it's kind of like something Gene Simmons, the bassist for Kiss. He said, just remember when you're on stage and you miss a note or you play a note wrong, you act like it was the coolest thing you ever heard.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, all right. So. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Well, Kai Sobek, and also known as Almanac, you get 2 this time. So. Standing prayers for life, prosperity, and health for our loved ones. And it says, you will be showered with good luck. Now, here's something interesting. The way that this cookie was cut, there's like a part of a fortune underneath here. And it says, your success is inevitable.
Wow.
Now, there's more.
No, wait. There's more.
Yeah. The greatest achievement is selflessness. So you're going to have some good things happen for you. Remember the folks that have always been behind you and that have always been there for you. You'll have an opportunity to use your good fortune to pay it forward. So be positive. Good things are coming. Just be gracious when you have good fortune. So there you go. Alrighty, guys. Well, unless anyone's got any other requests, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And as always, I'm glad to have our little group. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just one more time include. Okay, Sarcastic is going to head out. Good night. Love you. Thank you for joining us. Let me go ahead and there we go. There we go. That's our invite for the Discord. Cool. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and say our prayers to wrap it up. And for those of you that are heading out, thank you for joining us. We love you. And y'all have a good weekend and a good Thanksgiving if you're on this side of the pond. And for those of you who are not all of us Americans are goofy enough to refer to Scotland as the Emerald Isles and then quote Shakespeare. Yeah. Yes, the Emerald Isles are Ireland. Scotland is Scotland, and if you want to honor someone who's an author from Scotland, read something like Robert Burns.
Or just get into a voice-activated elevator and scream Scotland for 20 minutes.
Oh, the BBC Scotland thing, that was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. But and there's also a lady author from Scotland too that they mentioned, like, and kind of a counterpoint to Burns Night, but that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
So anyway, but some of us are more aware of that than former President Obama. It's like, we love you, but that was a crazy gaffe. So. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shinit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentia Mentiu endures. As the name of Aset and Necharu endures. As the name of Sutek and Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wadjyt in Dep endures. As the name of Djehuty in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra and the Aket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Djehuty, O Wadjyt, Khonsu, O Sekhmet. You have come in peace, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachuru, to every place your immortal Khans wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Oh, okay. Oh, Serrano was asking, did you do my divination? You know what? Let me. I don't think we did. So here, we'll go ahead.
We'll do one.
Yeah, we'll do your divination, Serrano, and then we'll call
You're
it.
the encore, dude.
Yes, you're the encore. Dude, we're doing it. Okay, before we go, Serrano had a divination. That's kind of neat. There's got some hang time on the rim. All right, Serrano, before you go for the night, yours says, your luck is about to change. Okay, may it be a change for the better.
I was about to go total stupid.
What Ren and
total Ren. Maybe something good. Maybe something bad. We don't know.
Well, may the gods look after Serrano, and may it be a change for the better.
Yes.
And that is our prayer for you, and that is our prayer for everyone.
Everyone.
May we all have transitions for the better.
By the way, everyone, no one hit the history eraser button. No one.
Yeah, that's from that same episode of Ren and Stimpy.
It's called Space Madness.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, look it up.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, Marie says, night Sharon and wheelchair Jesus, love you both.
Who said that?
That's Marie, our friend from England. So,
Well, how did she know I'm wheelchair Jesus?
because Ren of the North posted it on.
Where is she? I cannot get her.
She's been really busy, but
that's no excuse for not being here to be loved on. And you tell her we expect her to be here with us. We love her.
Yeah. Well.
And good night, my child. You are loved as well.
I love you. I hope it's Serrano, and hopefully you got your divination. All right, guys. Oop. Okay, yeah, it's saying the connection's unstable, but the message did get. I noticed it got in there in the chat. So we will see you guys soon.
Bye bye.